Both teams can be some up-and-comers for the tag team.
And there's Jay.
Bird Wells.
Jay Bird Wells, the big star.
On the International Movie Database.
When are you coming to an XWE?
When are you going to go to an XWE show? I think Blade is personally inviting you to a show.
Which one's the next one?
April 29th.
April 29th is Awakening. It's going to be at the Tony's Pizza Event Center. It's essentially a big show.
Dude, we do 2 huge shows a year at the Tony's Pizza Event Center. Awakening is the first of the one, and the one after that is Haunted Havoc. And the show should be huge. Last year, I think we had 500 plus in attendance.
Wow, 500 plus people at this thing.
So,
holy smokes! Am I supposed
to wear my Catwoman costume?
You know, I just thought of an idea. They're having a ladder match. Blade and Kuda versus the American Way for the tag team titles. It's a ladder match, which means anything goes. Maybe Jay Bird Wells shows up in her Catwoman outfit with her whip. I don't know.
Can I beat him with that whip?
You bring my birthday cake and I'll be there.
So we have to bring you a birthday cake.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, your birthday's that day?
Is your birthday that day?
It's in that week, yes.
Interesting. I'm pretty sure mine is also.
We gotta go out and celebrate.
Her whip, you can actually use the whip. It's not a prop whip.
So it is a prop whip.
I thought it was a real whip.
I could take that whip and beat the snot out of Bubba Sutton and Eddie right there.
You could take her whip and beat somebody with it.
Man.
We might have to talk. See what we can get worked out. Imagine Catwoman walking you guys to the ring versus.
Jiggy, what are you trying to do?
What? I don't think the belly dancing Jedi would be appropriate.
No. I like Catwoman much better.
Belly dancing Jedi?
Well, she could be belly dancing Darth Maul.
Yeah. That whole mask thing fits in, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. I wear a mask all the time.
See?
You don't want to see my regular face. It's scary.
Someone from Mount Hope is typing. Oh, but the thing is, and I want no drama here. They always have on Facebook, blah, 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 is typing. But we've got a heck of a deal today. This is something else. It has definitely been a heck of a show. 32 minutes after the hour, and we've got a little bit more left to go. We tried to get a hold of Valentina, but I don't know what's going on with Valentina. She answered once, and then I tried to call her back, and I went right to voicemail. So I have not a clue. So we are going to do this. I am going to, let's see here. Is that, I want to make sure that is the right number, because I don't want to be calling somebody else and be like, oh, hey, look at that. But let's do this. I'm going to hang Jay up. I am going to call Zombie. Then I'm going to patch Jay back in. And we are going to see, we're going to have the, we'll figure this out here. Maybe he'll pick up. Maybe he won't. Maybe he doesn't. He said 5 minutes. 5 time. Oh. But,
what did you like better, Booker T or King?
Oh, I like Booker T much better. I did not like King Booker. I thought King Booker was Vince's way.
Please leave your message.
I think that was Vince's way of making fun of a guy from WCW, but it's just a way to smash a WCW guy. 'Cause that's all that Vince did. Vince and Dana White, no wonder they get along so well, because Dana White did the same thing in the beginning UFCs where they had Tank Abbott and all these guys, and they smashed them. And then, of course, Vince does the same thing with the WCW guys. So, but Kenny Zombie Jones is apparently not picking up. He is missing in action. He is
Please leave your message.
Unavailable, as they say. He is unavailable for comment.
I have to watch that match.
Him
now. Where was he when I was getting powerbombed to that thing?
Where was he when he... Okay, Jay, we tried to get a hold of Kenny, and then I was going to patch you back in, but no Kenny, so we'll just patch you back in.
Yeah, all I heard was, we're going to cut off with Jet, and then it just went silent.
Yeah, because I was going to try to get Kenny on, and we were going to... Because Kenny has called out Mr. Fitness 2. The venerable Mr. Fitness 2. Not Mr. Fitness 1. That apparently is Flex Reed. according to people on the social media.
Did you see Flex Reed fly last night?
No, I did not.
Oh my God.
Flex Reed, he left his feet.
Yeah.
He hadn't done that in 20 years. I mean, but,
like he was on the apron, and he went flying, and he looked like a flying squirrel, and he landed on Zukon.
I've dated a flying squirrel at one time, but we won't get into that here. Did not look like her, but it's now Jay, what are you doing out there in your neck of the woods? You have all sorts of craziness that goes on. Jay doesn't believe in... Michael Nagy just is astounded by this when he talks about this on the show every once in a while. He's like, you go out to Jay's house and she's got this cupboard and it's full of motions and potions and all these things. And she mixes things up. And,
yeah. There's a time and a place for herbs, and there's a time and place for medicine.
I mean, that's what the 70s people said also.
Well, that too. You know, I'm thinking at some point, I'm just keep thinking about this Jay Birdwell's Catwoman whipping ladder matches thing. I don't know.
Hey, Bird, Jiggy's trying to put you in a sticky situation.
Just don't dump any kind of like syrup or honey on my Catwoman costume, because I could not clean that off.
My partner pulled out worms last night.
Yes, last night Kuda had worms and made these guys eat worms.
Ew, no. See, that's why I'm not a wrestler. I don't eat worms.
Wait a minute, I don't eat worms either.
How are they getting through that mask?
I can't sing that song, Nobody Likes Me, Nobody Hates Me, because I'm not going to eat worms.
Not going to eat worms.
Nope.
Made other people eat worms.
I don't think I could do that either.
So Jay Birdwell's...
Oh, the next Comic-Con in Wichita
yes, I was getting ready to say that.
I just remember the short phrase. It's ICT Comic-Con and Science Fiction Expo.
And that's the one with Flash Gordon.
March.
That is going to be the one with Flash Gordon.
Yes. And then after that, I'm supposed to be a guest, and June 1st in Extremicon in... Oh, it's near Springfield, Missouri.
What the hell's an Extremicon?
It's
what the hell is this?
It's like a Comic-Con. I mean, it's just...
But it's to the extreme.
Yes.
How often...
Is this a Vince McMahon marketed Comic-Con?
How often at
or a
these
Paul Heyman
Comic-Cons and stuff do you get hit on?
Oh my God! Yeah, I've never asked that. Yeah, break this down for us, Jay. How many times at these Comic-Cons do you get hit on?
Hit on?
Yeah.
Well, I remember the last Comic-Con. I was like, okay, dude, how do you want to pose for your picture? Because I'm known on my Facebook for letting people pose in, like, I don't know, action shots, you know? And this this guy, he was like,
This sounds like a setup.
I asked him, sexy or action? And he said sexy. So I sat there and wrapped my arms around his neck, and I don't even want to think about what he's going to do with that picture when he gets home.
Oh, boy.
At a Comic-Con, everybody knows that cosplay is not consent. But
yes, that's my favorite line.
A New Year's Eve party in Kansas City, cosplay is consent. I've never had so many hands touch my ass, my chest, my hips, my waist. I'd be walking by and all of a sudden...
Cosplay is not consent.
No.
That is my favorite line. I'll have to say, the cosplay is not consent is one of my...
There was a gal in the New Year's Eve party, and she was posing with me, and she was posing sexy, but her hands were kind of like just enjoying the slickness of the Catwoman costume. She was just a wee bit
tipsy. She was a wee bit tipsy.
Just a wee bit.
What's funny is that before Jay got in the Catwoman costume, we ended up at a convenience store. Where was that? Emporia? I don't know. Somewhere. And the cashiers had to get photos with Jay because they recognized her from Facebook.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah.
They're like, we've seen you before. And she goes, I don't know where you might have seen me. And they're like, Facebook. So they're taking selfies and everything, and Michael Nagy's like, I can't believe these people know who she is.
I don't know if they knew who I was, but when they found out that I had an International Movie Database page, they're like, I better take a picture with her.
Of course they did. Of course. International Movie Database. I just think it's great that you're on International Movie Database.
A movie production company hired me to write a movie trailer, and I got paid for it and recognition, so... Nice. And I got a raise.
Well, that's pretty awesome. It is Jaybird Wells. It's 42 minutes after the hour, and Awakening is coming up April 29th. It is going to be at the Tony's Pizza Event Center. It's hard for me to call it that after calling it the Bicentennial Center all these years.
It's hard for a lot of
But
Which city?
It is in Salina, Kansas, of all places.
Okay.
Or as I used to say back in the day, Salina, Kansas, home of the shenanigans. And, Salina, Kansas, the only place where the law enforcement arrests someone and then passes a law and then prosecutes them on it. But it's a hell of a place to be. I don't know. And
well,
then
evidently, wrestling shows don't want me to have a witty big mouth broad. Yeah.
Well, I don't know about... well, see, this is the thing. There's wrestling shows, and then there's an xWe show, which is completely different.
That's completely different?
Yes, because the wrestling shows you're thinking of, well, you hear circus music when you get near the venue, and I wouldn't create any drama. Speaking of drama, what in the world, I believe, on the telephone is the venerable Kenny Zombie Jones.